Hold on to your butts.
Let's get it. Shake it like understand who I is. Not that many gon' do it like this. Bob your head, we can hear my shit, but I'm on my shit. I ain't has no chill. I'm who I are. I'm who I is. Hey, listen.
Man, we struggling already. I got distracted, y'all. Sean, take us in, man. We are live, brother.
Hey, welcome to another episode of TDG Live. Actually, we're changing the format up yet again to just try something new to get you guys the content we want you guys to see, we want to share with you. So King's taking reins on this one because King's got us prepared for us. So King, what do you got for us?
Hey, man, I found an article that talks about this hit show, The Bachelorette. And for those of y'all that don't know, The Bachelor or The Bachelorette is a TV series in which multiple people try to compete for the love of one person to ultimately link up and get married. All right. So that's the premise of the show. It's wildly popular. I don't watch it, but I'm aware of what it is. Is that a show that you're aware of, Sean?
I'm aware of it. Don't watch it. I think the idea is stupid. It's garbage, but that's just me.
All right. All right. So they switched up the format a bit in this one. Okay. In the most recent one, or the one that's currently on now, they had two bachelorettes that were competing with the same pool of guys. And I found that was interesting. And I was aware of that when it first launched. Well, as you can imagine, okay, because of the stuff that you and I talk about all the time, that became a problem, but it became a problem in a way that I think everybody out there that kind of thinks the way that we think, I would have definitely saw this coming. So before I get into the article, okay, what are some of the things that you would think would be problematic for having a competition in which where normally it's multiple people competing for the attention of one person, now you have those same pool of people competing for the attention of two people. What's your immediate thoughts and take on that?
Oh, you bring me back to my middle school and probably elementary, middle school days when they picked you for the teams to play like sports, or whatever. I remember.
Uh-huh.
Well, actually, no, I was actually good at sports, so I wasn't picked last. But the people who, for the people out there, when you play sports and you got the two captains and everyone's just lined up like meat, basically, and you got to choose who's gonna be in your team, and
Mhm.
like you're always worried like I want to be the last person. I want to be the last person. And in this scenario, I can only see that there's going to be a clear favorite and probably not a favorite. So, I guess we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, I mean, like, to me, that seems like an interesting idea because you really got to put on a show to be better than the other person you're competing against. Not so much to get, I guess, a guy that you want, but you got to be better than the other person. So,
Yep. Yep. So you hit the nail on the head with that one. And those are my exact thoughts as well. Competition to me should be in the dating marketplace. As a matter of fact, if you don't think about dating or finding a husband or a wife, if that's what you're looking for, right? As a competition, I think you're sorely mistaken. And this article and the accompanying video proves my case on that one. So I'm going to share my screen here. Uh, Read a little bit of the article and then show some of the clip that Yahoo have put together. So, hey, Yahoo, fair use. All right, fair use.
yeah, Yahoo, fair use.
All right. So, for those of y'all who thought having two bachelorettes dating the same group of men would be messy, you are correct. On this episode, on this week's episode of The Bachelorette, uh, Gabby and Rachel. All right, those are the names of the two bachelorettes. Gabby had a really hard time not taking it personally when multiple guys told her that they were there for the other bachelorette, Rachel. Now, Sean, you haven't seen the video yet. I haven't necessarily shown you who these people were, but the the there's a clear, even just the eye test, I think one that I would go for, and it's not just based on looks. I think it's based on like the person's aura. Like you can kind of sense how somebody is. At least I think you can, just based off of looking at them.
Oh yeah, I'm good at that.
Um,
Reading people.
Yep. So then it says earlier in the episode, Gabby had expressed doubt in her ability to live up to the role as a bachelorette when she found herself having an emotional breakdown over her past trauma on her one-on-one date. Gabby had asked if she was too broken for anyone to love and said that she was scared people aren't going to be able to resonate with her. I have a translation for that. I translate that into she's too tough to be with.
You're probably right on that. Or I mean, and to that effect, that she just knows that, like, she typically probably doesn't win things or come up on top. So she's kind of supplying that padding in the beginning, like, well, if this doesn't work out this way, it's because of this. It's because of my past, because of that. Instead of going at it from the sense where may the best person win and may put my best foot forward.
Mm-hmm. So it says right here, so it didn't help with one contestant. So a guy told Gabby the fact that she is rough around the edges was a reason why he decided to pursue Rachel instead. Hey, assistant, zoom in on me. Rough around the edges. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. That's translation for you're too masculine. Generally, a man doesn't want to be with another masculine type person. Okay, I think it falls into that yin and yang category. You want somebody, most men want somebody that's going to be feminine, non-combative, if you will. And walking into a situation with somebody that's rough around the edges, yeah, I'm going to walk away from that all day. I don't know how Sean feels, but I'm walking away from that all day.
Yeah, I ain't got time for that. Not anymore. Too old for that.
So they do this ladies group date where the men date both of the bachelorettes at the same time. And it said 3 men ended up telling Gabby that they don't feel a connection with her and have thus decided to go all in on Rachel. And while Gabby said that she appreciated the honesty, it was still hard to hear. And at the end of the night, Gabby declined to give out her group date rose as her self-esteem took a big hit. Gabby's rejection ultimately made the ladies realize that this new bachelorette format is just not working out for them. So we're going to pause the reading there and zoom back into us. Sean, this new format is just not working out for them. What do you think about when you hear that little last line right there?
I think that they are concerned with their feelings, with the woman's feelings not being hurt or making them look bad on national TV. But kind of since the inception of the show, and I'm sure there's probably been some people on there that they actually do want to feel love. I mean, they want to find love, but I think that you look bad anyways. You're basically looking for the ultimate love, marriage, kids, from a shotgun point of view, where you're just meeting someone, you get to know them for what, I don't know, over the course of maybe 10 full days, something like that, and then you want to get married to them without doing any type of research or digging into their background. It seemed like a loser way to do things. I wouldn't do it. You're setting yourself up for failure.
I look at it from a different perspective a bit. It's my opinion that the reason why the ladies are starting to panic is there's a clear winner and a clear loser when one has the stuff and the other one doesn't. And now you're going to have this person who's the clear kind of loser huff and puff and be sad and throw a hissy fit because more men are leaning towards the other lady, leaning towards the other lady instead of, her. But it shows that competition anxiety in person. Okay. Hear me out, if you will. There's a lot more living inside of a silo. Okay. When you're on like dating apps, which is the realization for most people nowadays, when you got people working from home, when you have, folks that are leading or living busy lives. Okay, dating apps is a popular way of just meeting people. But when you're meeting these people, it's you and your representative dating and talking to these other people that are out there per se. It would be a completely different scenario. Okay, like how some of these shows have or whatnot, like a speed dating event when you put everybody into a room at the same time, and then it's like, okay, you're seeing your other competition right in front of your face. It makes you put your A game on. It makes you be the best version of yourselves to try to attract somebody. All right. And with this new format of the Bachelorette, I think that magnified a little bit more. And this person, Gabby, isn't the feminine type person that Rachel is, which you'll be able to kind of see that in the video. And it's causing Gabby to start acting like a child, in my opinion.
Sounds about right.
All right, so let's bring the article back up. At the rose ceremony, host Jesse Palmer explained to the men, Rachel and Gabby have realized that this whole thing is not just working for them. And to be honest, if this thing continues down this path, they're not going to find love. So at the end of the day, that journey is over.
I feel like that statement was for the one that's not winning. I forget her name. I'm not really paying attention to her
Gabby.
name. Because it seems like if one girl's winning, how's she not going to find? She has a better chance of finding love if everyone's interested in her. That's just a blanket statement to help the other girl's feelings. And you already know you're in a competition. Come on. But you know what? It'd be totally fine if it was shooting the other foot. If it was a bunch of girls competing for two men. I bet this wouldn't even be an issue.
No, thank you. I am so glad that you brought that up. It would not be an issue if the shoe was on the other foot, because guys or men more understand that it's a competition. Okay. Yeah, our egos might feel hurt a bit or whatever, but we live in the reality of what it means to be out there on the dating marketplace.
Mm-hmm.
And these ladies don't. All right. So Jesse goes on to say that doesn't mean that they're just willing to give up. He goes on to say, this is how it's going to work. Gabby and Rachel have decided that the best way moving forward is to continue their journey separately. If you accept the rose tonight, that means that you are committing to dating one woman, and that woman that offers you the rose that you accept, not the other one. All right. It goes on to say, however, everybody, including Rachel and Gabby, were surprised to learn that if one of their roses were rejected, that they would lose that rose. So I don't understand the rose ceremony a bit. I think like if you present a rose to somebody, you're accepting that, and that person accepts it, then you commit to moving to the next phase or whatnot. And if you don't get a rose, then you're out the show. That's how I think that the format works. All right.
I think you're right.
Now, I want to play the video that Yahoo put out there. Again, Yahoo, fair use, okay? And then go into how the public saw this as well, because I can't lose faith in the public just yet, because some people understood the assignment when they read this and got into Gabby's ass on this one. So let's play the video here.
Say if you were the only person here, I don't think I could have the heart to continue, because at the end of the day, we're trying to find somebody for the rest of our lives.
Yeah. For those who thought having two bachelors dating the same group of men would get messy, you're correct. On this week's episode of The Bachelorette, Gabby had a really hard time when multiple guys told her they were there for Rachel, not her.
I think these guys coming to me saying that because I'm different, they don't want to be with me, is like validating that maybe too much for people.
After Gabby was rejected, the ladies realized this new format just wasn't working out for them.
Gabby and Rachel have decided that the best way moving forward is to continue on their journeys separately. If you accept a rose tonight, that means you are committing to dating one woman, that woman that offers you the rose that you accept, and not the other.
So Rachel and Gabby ultimately decided, moving forward, they would no longer continue their Bachelorette journey together. However, that didn't mean the rose ceremony, which would determine which guys they would each continue to date, would go off without a hitch.
I am gonna have to decline the rose.
Damn!
It's outside this, obviously, but I feel like I have a deeper connection with Gabby.
She doesn't look happy about that.
Bachelor Nation was pretty upset about Rachel and Gabby feeling hurt today, as they took to Twitter placing blame on the show's producers for making them go through this process to start off with. One person tweeted, "Gabby and Rachel taking their power back is what I'm here for. Make two
Keep
women
pausing for a
available."
second.
No. no.
I want to comment on this comment.
I knew you would. You have the floor, good sir.
I cannot stand when I see comments like this. When this it's just utter nonsense. Let me see here. Gabby and Rachel taking their power. What power was taken from them in the first place? They signed up for this. I mean, I'm sure it's gonna be full of these kind of nonsense comments where it's like, "It's okay, queen. It's not you. It's them. It's the machine. It's the patriarchy. It's the man. It's everyone else but you. You're in it. You're in a competition. There's gonna be a winner. There's gonna be a loser. You can't have." When you go see an NBA game, both teams don't win. When you go see any sporting event, both teams don't win. The best you can get is a tie, but two teams can't win. So, I just can't stand they just don't want to be like, you know what? Them's the breaks. You lost. Pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and try again. Like that was that Leah's song, whatever it was.
First you don't succeed.
Yeah, exactly. But everyone nowadays just thinks they're a winner and thinks they're entitled. And I said that like I did on purpose. They think they're entitled to, getting what they want. But I think because guys go through so much rejection and so many, no's and being put off and all that stuff, that it becomes par for the course. We get it. You're not going to win every single battle. You're not going to win the war sometimes, but you just got to try again. Where women, it seems like they're taught from an early age that you're the best, you're the cream of the crop, you're going to win everything you want, and everything that you want is due to you, it's owed to you. I'm okay. That's it. I'm off my soapbox for now.
I was waiting on that part, bro, because I'm like, I know that's going to get Sean riled up. There was two things that you said. Anytime I'm talking to somebody and they use in the same conversation taking their power back and patriarchy, I immediately know that person is not going to be a rational person at all. Mm-hmm. So I just put y'all up on game on that one.
Yeah, and I'm going to go to the second sentence because I totally skipped over that this girl, she put the word options in caps. Did these two girls not know that they're going to be competing together for the? So,
Sean, I mean, just even at the macro level, all right, if you take yourself and zoom back, you're competing against people out there in the real world. Okay, all this did was put it in a microscope, okay, to make you vastly aware of what your competition is. So if you don't think that you're not competing against everybody else that's out there in the world on the dating marketplace, you're setting yourself up for failure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like that's the way that I look at it.
I've said before, you don't get a second chance to make a first impression. And I don't know. I haven't seen the show. I don't think I'm going to watch this show. But it just seems like this girl probably just came in, telling herself, I'm going to be me. I'm going to be my authentic me, and whether they like it or not, they can take me as is. And that's how she came in. And then she got that mean reality check like she was watching a hockey game. She got checked up against the glass. And they're like, yeah, we don't like your authentic you. Your authentic you is garbage or it's trash, whatever it is. And they went with the girl who probably was more feminine, more receptive to dating and I don't know. Like I said, I just don't like it when all these women, they just want to hop on the bus and say, it's okay, it's all right, it's not your fault, you'll find it next time, the right guy is going to come to you, you just have to sit there and wait and do nothing, perpetuating this non-accountability.
Yep.
option was the worst idea ever. Fortunately, with that awkward rose ceremony behind them, the ladies can now move forward with their own men the way they should have had it from the start.
Tonight was a little awkward at times, a little rocky at times, but I think for kind of the first time in this journey, I feel like I am in control. We made it! Barely.
And Sean, I lied. Actually, there was no updates on you. Everybody was kind of siding here with the young ladies and said, "Can we agree to never have two bachelorettes ever again? This is so unfair to both Gabby and Rachel." But I bet this same person, Marie, just like you said, if the shoes were on the other foot, they'd be all for it. Showing the competition of multiple ladies competing, for two different guys until they get to the rejection part, maybe,
Yeah,
I don't know.
and that's the other realization that I just heard when she said that at the very end of the clip, taking back their control. What control didn't they have? You are the objects of the of the chase. It is up to the guys to come after you. You have all the control. You can either accept or decline or not give up the roses. So what? These things are just so hard for me to watch and for me to digest. And thanks for the close-up view. I didn't actually need it, didn't want it, but it's infuriating. There's so much that goes on in the world, Whenever something doesn't go right, whatever, and then forget it. I've said it enough.
Hey man, this was a pretty good to display and talk about competition. That was my main thing, and I've said it multiple times. Competition, competition, competition. If you don't think that you're out here competing against other people in real life, you are sorely mistaken. There's something that you had also talked about as well. 90% of the times, bro, I just like a bum, and I know it. All right. I have a concert that I'm going to this upcoming Thursday down in DC, and that's probably going to be one of the first times that I've not dressed like a bum in a long time. But when I go out, man, like I just came back from the grocery store, I was in a t-shirt and shorts. Okay. T-shirt, shorts, and sandals with socks on because your boy ain't had a pedicure in a minute.
You can't make this shit up.
But I know, if I were to go to try to quote unquote spit game, all right, whatever, talk to somebody, I know that I'm going into it with my chances extremely low because it looked like I just woke up because I kind of just did. So versus times that, when I go out looking like $1 million, I have the same confidence. Let me just stop. I have the same confidence whether I'm dressed in t-shirt and athletic shorts, which is what I'm in now, or I'm in a suit, or I'm in some nice jeans and a nice colored shirt. The confidence doesn't change, but it's that outward appearance, that first impression that you make upon people that helps you get your foot in the door when you're out there on the dating marketplace. These ladies learn firsthand, okay, for the world to see, and it's going to get just glossed over because so many people don't want to live in reality, man. And I think that that's where we're just kind of messed up at.
Yeah, I agree. It's tough for them, not so much for us. So you need thicker skin.
Out of curiosity, and I probably shouldn't ask this, but I am. So you saw the two ladies, okay? Which one, just off of first glance, would you have approached?
It's tough. I didn't get a real good look at them. I mean, that one still picture of I guess was Gabby, the thinner one who had the crying face.
Yes.
I would have said no based off of that face. But then at the rose ceremony, they kind of look the same. They look equal. So I'm guessing it really came down to her personality, which they didn't gel with. So,
okay.
I don't know. Yeah.
All right. I'm kind of in the same boat as you, but no, actually, I'm not. I liked the other girl, Rachel, just off of first glance. Rachel was more my speed or whatnot. Um, everybody's crying face doesn't do them justice, man.
I know. Ugly crying face.
I don't even want to see what my crying face is. I bet it is the worst thing ever. On a scale of 1 to 10, your boy might be negative, man, if you see my crying face. All right. Well, hey, Sean, this has been another episode of TDG Live. All right. We're going to be putting these out a little bit more often as we come across different articles or different subjects that Sean and I want to chat about. Okay. So, for those of y'all that watched, let us know what you think about this Bachelorette format. Okay. If you're not a subscriber to the channel, sub. We put out content on the regular. Some will be live, some won't be live, but we're going to be here for all of it. All right.
Mhm.
Sean, do you have anything else that you want to close us out with, brother?
Just the normal like, comment, share, subscribe. We're trying to get these subs up. I remember a long time ago we said we wanted to get like 5,000 subs before my birthday. It is July 31st. We got like 11, 12 days for my birthday, and we're sitting at 1,500. So we need some more subscribers. We way off that mark, but it's okay. We'll get there.
All right. That's what's up. And shout out to Makasaw. I hope I said that right on Twitch. He said, or she, I don't know. My bad. I shouldn't assume because I can't tell. But this person said, let's go. Hey, I appreciate you tuning in. Thanks for checking us out. All right, everybody. We are out. Peace.
Let's get it. Shake it like understand who I is. Not that many gonna do it like this. Bob your head, we can hear my shit, but I'm